Hi everyone, I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot for our reading, weekly reading from Monday the 13th of January through to Sunday the 19th of January. And as always, take what resonates and just put the rest to one side and just see what unfolds. So this week is another big week. We have the full moon on Monday in Cancer, conjunct Mars, who is retrograding through Cancer. So this could bring up some old emotions. When the full moon is in Cancer, the moon is exalted in Cancer. That's her sign. But with Mars retrograding through there, so Mars is really uncomfortable in this water sign. It's uncomfortable territory for Mars, divine masculine. So the divine masculine who resides within us, that may be going back over certain areas of our lives and how we perceive things and how we go into reaction. Maybe if we step into some frustration and anger. So this full moon in Cancer, who is opposing Capricorn, the sun still in Capricorn. So we have the divine masculine, the divine feminine, this gateway on this powerful time of the year as we're moving in to this new year. This is the full moon of the year, and it is the wolf moon. And what Spirit is saying to me is, which wolf are we feeding? Are we feeding our fears, or are we feeding our greatest potential? Because whatever is out of alignment, coming through from our childhood, coming through the traumas of our childhood and even past lifetimes, we will start to become aware of it. And what Spirit is showing me, Mars is the planet that is associated with the number 9, which is the 9-year we are moving through. So we're starting off with this retrograde through this full moon in Mars. Cancer takes us into our past lives, into our childhood and beyond, into other lifetimes. So we're going back into our roots. But what Spirit is showing me is where we would maybe at one time be unaware of our triggers and we would maybe react, we're actually going into the root cause of why we're being triggered. So we've done immense healing, and this full moon is assisting us with that. So if someone around us starts to project because they've gone into a subconscious hypnosis, a subconscious reaction over something, we are able to stay in our alignment, not take things personally and not take things too seriously, knowing whatever is going on with whoever around us, that is part of the healing journey. And whatever they may project on us or each other is something coming from childhood, it's coming from karmic relationships of past life. So this is a really powerful full moon, really reminding us of the wolf, the two wolves that we have within us. Which one are we feeding? Because that is the one that is going to grow. So at the beginning of this year, with this full moon in Cancer, so much energies, and it's communicating with all the outer planets. So we are feeling the energy of Mars opposing Pluto, still there. These two powerful planets taking us into alchemization. Mars, the planet of war, moving retrograde through Cancer. And we always say, don't we, if women ruled the world, there would be no war, because we would never send our sons to war. So this is the nurturing of Cancer. Mars retrograding through Cancer, choosing peace over war. Realising when we've gone into defence in the past, or we've gone into trying to prove a point in the past, that it takes so much of our life force energy. It brings us out of alignment. It's a very egotistic energy when we are stepping in to too much masculine. So this is about bringing this balance. The moon in Cancer opposing the sun in Capricorn, so these two are communicating with each other. Capricorn is the worker, is very structured, and Cancer's very fluid. So it's the energy is seeing different ways of doing things, seeing other perceptions, not just our rigid perception, being open-minded where other people's views are concerned. So this is stretching us into this expansion of awareness. Cancer's very intuitive, and it's the crab. It's covered with a shell, so it hides within the shell. It moves sideways, so it looks at things completely differently. Capricorn is the goat, the sea goat, who goes to the depths of the oceans and climbs the highest of the mountains, so can go as deep as the ocean, and also as high, and move up into the heavens, moving in a solid way, making sure his hoof is firmly on the ground before he'll make a step. And so with this, it's really asking us to come in and feel that safety within us, being aware of how we are reacting in certain situations. Are we coming from a subconscious patterning that we've not seen before? Because these subconscious patterns are invisible to us until we're ready to step into that awareness and take responsibility for things and challenges in our lives. So this is this is going in and finding that safety, finding what makes us feel safe, finding and parenting our own inner child. So I'm asking for a card for Monday, for the full moon on Monday. And we of the King of Wands. For Tuesday, the Knight of Wands. For Wednesday, the World. For Thursday, the Ten of Swords. For Friday, the Ace of Cups keeps presenting itself. The Ace of Wands for Saturday. And for Sunday, the High Priestess. So this is a beautiful week of really holding on to our visions, of going within and going into our roots. If anything comes up around us that throws us into an old feeling of discomfort or anger, to go into the root, to do our self-healing, to heal from the roots. Because as we heal from the root, that brings in a solid foundation. When the root of a tree is solid and healthy and nutritious, it grows. Its roots go deep, deep down, and as deep as the roots go, that's as high as the tree can grow. So this is the King of Wands, and you can see the salamander there, which survives the heat. It is a magical creature and survives all different terrains, and this is what this card is asking us, to be flexible, to navigate our way through by following our passion. The King of Wands here is sat there on his throne with his wand that's all there, starting to flower. He is constantly planting seeds to do with his passion, to do with growth, to do with his prosperity, his health. So the King of Wands, the energy of the King of Wands coming through on this very watery full moon in Cancer, bringing that balance, bringing that beautiful creative flow. Tuesday we have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands brings change. This is good news coming in. So we start off this week really very optimistic. This energy is beautiful. The Knight of Wands brings change, brings news in, good news coming in. Things starting to move now. Where we may have felt stagnant, we're starting to actually move forward, maybe slowly, but we're seeing with a clarity that we've not seen before, because we have had these layers that have covered us and blocked us from the truth of who we truly are. So the Knight of Wands is bringing this change, is bringing this movement, is helping us to move forward. The World on Wednesday, completion. This is the end of a chapter, so something's leaving our life in order for something new to come in. This is the card that's connected to Saturn. Saturn is moving through Pisces and will move into Aries. So just closing out there in Pisces, helping us to become more fluid in our lives, to go with the flow, to not be rigid in our thoughts and in our actions. So this is the World card really coming in. This is New Earth coming in. We've got the world at our feet. When we are feeding the wolf within us of our highest potential, that is what we start to move into. So things are shifting beautifully with passion, with a clarity, with intuition, shifting us onto a new path. So this is the end of the old, the cleansing of the old, and this is what fire does. The heat of Mars, the wands, the suit of wands is all around fire that transmutes anything that is blocking us and hindering us, so that we can step through this portal here. And she is naked, showing that she's not hiding anything. She's in a full authenticity. So as we really come into alignment with who we truly are and what we love, we create a new existence in our lives. And this is what 2025 is all around. Venus is in a beautiful conversation in Pisces, bringing through that energy of romance and love. So we're feeling this love. We are this energy from Venus. The activations that we have been receiving from Venus are very healing, especially from our heart. So healing of our physical heart, our higher heart, and out into our energy field. And as we heal in this moment, we heal from lifetimes. So beautiful energy coming in, moving us in the direction now of a new and wonderful reality. Thursday, we have the Ten of Swords. So this is the end of a difficult situation. This is where we just surrender. This is deep, going into the roots, knowing that if we are going into an old pattern, we're only going to have the same old outcome. So letting everybody have their say, letting everybody have their space, and for us to come in and nurture our roots, heal ourselves at the roots. And we're on this 9 year of completion. And what the angels are showing me, it takes 9 months for a baby to develop within our womb. So we're on the 9 of completion. Everything is developed. We are just closing out all cycles, ready to give birth to a new creation, a new life. So this is the end of the challenges, because we're no longer bleeding them out into our life. We're actually going within and not pointing the finger out there, but actually looking within now. And this brings the end of those karmic relationships, those karmic cycles that we keep finding ourselves in through how we react. So this is surrender, complete surrender. And when we surrender and let go, the light comes in. The universe starts to move things around in our reality that are so miraculous and beautiful. So I just feel as well with this card, Thursday, it's a death of the ego. Something's moving away. Wherever we've been going through that dark night of the soul, having the epiphany of life is precious. Life is to be enjoyed. So this is the end of a shadow time, end of a shadow phase that we may have brought into this year, but it's ready now to dissolve. Friday we have the Ace of Cups, and when this happens, just the floodgates of our heart open. We feel the pure joy of love. We let go of all the stresses and the worries and the anxieties, because they absolutely don't get us anywhere. And as we do that, we step into this time of romance, and this is Venus. She is communicating with Saturn, helping us to see our worth. Venus is all around the virtues, is the what we desire in our lives, and that the moon is shining through the window. It's a healing moon. So this is the Sunday as I'm recording this. It's the healing moon. So this is a time where we let the old, worn out, the challenges that actually wear us out, dissolve. And as we are letting go, we are opening up space for romance, for love. And this is what Venus is activating within us, within our heart center, to really focus on our desires. Venus brings in true love. She brings in prosperity. Everything that's beautiful is Venus. And communicating with Saturn in Pisces, this is very spiritual, helping us to really know that we deserve love, we deserve to be happy. Coming from those old beliefs of fearing lack, of fearing loss, of fearing not being loved and feeling unloved, actually shifting our gaze onto we are here to be, to love first and foremost, and be loved. So on Friday, there's a wonderful downpouring, an upgrade of the pureness of love that we will start to see, instead of the problems in our lives, or looking at people who may be distant from us, realizing maybe something we have been doing in the past without even realizing it, going into an old thought pattern, going into an old illusion. It's no longer serving. So we let it all go. We cleanse it away from our root. We don't allow it to come into our life. And as we do cleanse there, we cleanse it within us, we open up, and pure love flows on our path. So this is a gift of something beautiful. This is a reward for the suffering we let go of, because it's easy to stay in that suffering because it is programmed so rigid within us. When we start to see it and we just surrender, we open up to immense love. Saturday, the Ace of Wands. So this love comes in, brings up. We started off the week with the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands, moving through to Saturday, the Ace of Wands. So this energy that's coming in, really stirring us within, bringing up that passion for us to move forward and to stay focused. So this is a gift, and this is a beautiful gift from the divine, because as we receive this gift of the Ace of Wands and step into it with full faith. So what if there is an opportunity coming in, even if it is a new hobby, whatever it may be, that uplifts us to stay focused on that, because this is a opening in the fabric of our reality, bringing in something fresh for us to start to enjoy. And then Sunday we have the High Priestess, who reminds us to go within. She is the mystic. And we have moved into the nodes. So the nodes of destiny have changed. They changed on the 11th of the 1st during that powerful numerological activation. The nodes changed. So the North Node has moved into Pisces, the South Node moved into Virgo. This is this card. So we're starting to feel the energies of the nodes shifting. We may have felt them beforehand, but as we are now feeling that energy, it's a very spiritual energy. The Virgo, the South Node is where we're letting go. We're opening up to Pisces in the North Node, the very spiritual, the expansion of Pisces. Very intuitive, very spiritual. Virgo, letting go of overthinking, trusting our soul journey, knowing that our soul is guiding us into home, to happiness, into the mystical. So this week is powerful, spiritual, magical, mystical. And all these energies are awakening within us. We all hold the divine masculine, the divine feminine within. And when they come together in perfect balance, we produce divine creations. We produce magic. Magic comes from us. It's within us. So the High Priestess on Sunday, as the sun moves into Aquarius, and there is Pluto also in Aquarius. So we'll feel that shift from the sun in Capricorn, which is the earth sign, the goat, the mystical goat, into that beautiful sign of Aquarius. That is an air sign that is connected to the higher consciousness. Its ruling planet is Uranus, and Uranus during this week is communicating with us, bringing in those changes that we have been changing within. So the outside world changes, becoming more mystical, becoming more spiritual, knowing that we're not here doing all this work alone, that we have our ancestors, we have our loved ones in spirit, we have our angels, we have our spirit guides, we have light beings from the cosmos. The planets are all assisting us, but they're coming through us. It's nothing outside of us. It's being activated within us, this beautiful card of the High Priestess as we move in to that sign of Aquarius, the sign of the humanitarian. The Aquarius is the light bearer. She showers us with divine wisdom from the higher heavens, from the higher consciousness. So we're moving through into this time of really that strength within, of confidence, of knowing who we truly are and what we are capable of now. We're capable of infinite possibilities. Whatever we imagine, we can achieve if we believe. So the High Priestess is there. She has that book of wisdom. There are pomegranates there in the throne that she sits upon. She has her foot on the moon, listening to that, to her intuition, and the pomegranates, old seeds. The pomegranates are a sign of divine abundance. And as we go within, and tend to our inner environment, nurturing those seeds that we are planting with every thought, with every word, with every action. We are planting seeds and nurturing them with love and pure intention. Magic, there is a transformation that is pure, magical, that occurs. So she is ending this reading and pouring her magic onto it, coming from this beautiful nodes, the nodes of destiny. They are the dragon. The north node is the head, which is Pisces. The south node is the tail of the dragon, which is Virgo. So letting go of overanalyzing, letting go of that perfectionist. Before we do anything, it's got to be perfect. Just being authentic and doing the best that we can is magical. Absolutely magical. So this is a very spiritual time. For the next 18 months, the nodes will stay in Pisces and in Virgo. So this is very spiritual, really grounding our spirituality. And it's coming, you know, activation from ancient wisdom coming forward through from Atlantis. We are starting to remember the high priestess of Atlantis, the healers of Atlantis, and the way we healed and the way we manifested. We're all remembering now as we're rising back up through the dimensions, the vibration and the frequency. We're starting to tap in to pure magic. So this is for the next 18 months, and this year is completion, going into the root, tending to that, tending to the trauma within the root, so that we don't contaminate our life with our past traumas. Wonderful, wonderful time. So have a beautiful week, and thank you for listening. Thank you so much.